everyone. Thanks for joining me tonight. So I am bringing you 3 cards tonight using stamp sets that are on sale starting tomorrow. So my name is Kelly Rose, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And first of all, I'm going to show you the stamp sets that I own that I've done projects with before that you can get tomorrow on sale. And if you want to see all of the stamp sets, you can hop on over to my blog. I put a link in the description of the video where you can see all pictures of all of the stamp sets that you can get tomorrow for 15% off. So Snowfront, that's a really fun one. Floral Essence, that has a coordinating punch. Beautiful Friendship, I'm going to be using tonight. One of the stamp sets that I don't think that I would like to live without. Butterfly Gala, another one that I don't want to live without. Swirly Frames, love that. Textured Essentials. So I'm going to be using all of these and Healing Hugs. And some others that I own that are on sale tomorrow is Comfort and Hope, Basket of Blooms, Here's a Card, Ridiculously Awesome, used that recently on several things, and Sending Sunshine, which was in my, my technique class a week or so ago. So very fun sets. Need to get those out of my way. And I'm going to get started doing a card with the Healing Hugs. And then I'll get to all those others. Like I said, I'm going to use 5 sets tonight and 3 different cards. Lots of stamping, not much else besides stamping. So let me get a little piece of paper in here to protect my surface. And I need to cut a card base. So if you're joining me live, I'd love for you to say hello. Let me know that you're here with me. It's always nice to know who's with me, who's hanging out. And if you have any questions as I go, please put those in the comments and I'll try to keep an eye out. If you are watching me, watching the replay, I would love to have a thumbs up. And if you're watching this YouTube, I would really appreciate a subscribe and a thumbs up. If you find anything in this video that is beautiful or helpful or something you didn't know, just go ahead and give me that thumbs up because it's really nice. All right, so I'm going to use that this way, and then I'll need this one for a second card later. There we go. All right, so must say that this Healing Hug stamp set I have not used until tonight. I'm kind of embarrassed to say that, but I'm going to start stamping by stamping this beautiful rose image with Rococo Rose. And I think that the card design that I'm using tonight is actually maybe from the catalog or images that Stampin' Up! Allows demonstrators to use. I don't think that this was created by a stamper or a demonstrator. So I notice how I'm pouncing around the edges. That's because my ink pad has gotten, I just got it on my thumb. My ink pad has been overused in the center, so most of the ink has been pushed out to the edges. And with these distinctive stamp sets, you need to be really careful to get this inked up evenly. And then you don't want to press really hard, just give it some nice pressure on some good Whisper White cardstock. And that turned out beautiful. See all of that great detail? Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. These distinctive stamps are designed to give you all of the shadowing, more like a photograph than a stamp. So, so pretty. So I'm going to be cutting that out, and then I'm going to be stamping some of these leaf images in Pear Pizzazz. This is a really nice leaf image. I'm going to stamp 3 or 4 of those and cut them out. Hi, Lori. I was hoping you would get to join me. So I'm embarrassed to say, Lori, that I have never used this stamp set. I've had it a while too. And I'm going to cheat and I'm going to use my Purple Posy ink. It's not for sale. They had some trouble with the ink, but I used my marker and I just didn't like it quite as much. So yes, you could get the color that I'm going to get on my card with the Purple Posy marker. But you could also get a soft lavender color on your card with by stamping off with Highland Heather. Okay, so I need this in here to start my stamping, and I need to trim this to 4 1/4. It's a piece of crumb cake. And then I'm going to be using this Wishing You a Quick and Complete Recovery. So I just need to see how wide this is. So probably about 1 inch. We'll do it. And I'm going to go for 1 1/4 inches. There we go. All right, so my greeting is going to go across here, and true to form lately for me, I am going to be embossing that in white. Although if I'm feeling a little lazy, I might just stamp it in black or crumb cake or something. All right, so through the magic of television, I have already cut my flower that I'm going to use on here. And these leaves that I stamped in Pear Pizzazz, I'm going to go around here like this. Maybe another one up there, like that. Oh, it's already looking pretty, isn't it? And then I'm going to use this. Well, I already cleaned that, but I was going to stamp the leaf one more time, actually on the paper. And I'm going to be using crumb cake for those little stitches. These little stitches are so sweet. I'm going to actually cheat a little bit and put a pencil mark on my card so that I know where I need to do my stamping. And then I'll just erase that afterwards. Do you? Okay, so I don't feel so bad now. I'm gonna see how straight I have that lined up. Not very straight. I'm gonna try that again. See if I can get this on here a little straighter. And I probably need to zoom back out, don't I? So if you're joining me live, I'd love for you to say hello. Let me know you're here. Yeah, that looks straight. Nice. Okay. So I want one, oh, here, and then a little bit. You. There. That was risky what I just did. Okay, well, let's come in with this. Isn't this a sweet little design right there? That little like wildflowery looking thing. So I'm going to stamp that there. And my leaf in Pear Pizzazz next to it. There we go. And that is all the stamping on my card base. And boom, this card is almost done. Let's get those cleaned up so I don't make a mess. So this is our Stampin' Chamois, if you're not familiar with our chamois, but it's really handy. I really like it. Do you use the chamois? blurry. Okay, I need a block for this so we can get our greeting. I'm just eyeballing the bottom of the letters to try and be parallel with the bottom of the block for a good setup there. All right, let's go ahead and do it. Let's get out the embossing because it looks so pretty when it's done. Did I lose my little piece? There it is. Okay. So Versamark, I should probably use my embossing buddy first, huh? Prevent static cling for the little granules. Wishing you a quick and complete recovery. There we go. So, if you are watching this at some later date, you should be aware that on Wednesday, the 23rd, there is a one-day sale at Stampin' Up, and you can get 15% off a lot of different stamp sets. So if there is a stamp set on your wish list that you've been putting off purchasing, tomorrow would be the day before midnight tomorrow. And to sweeten the pot, those of you who order from me by clicking the link in my website, I am going to put your name into a drawing for, I forgot the name, Flowering Blooms? Yeah, Flowering Blooms stamp set. I will show that to you before I get off tonight. So if you love the Flowering Blooms and would like the opportunity to get it free, then leave me a comment. You can have 2 entries, place an order, and you can have 1 entry. There we go. That looks sweet, doesn't it? All right, I need to grab an eraser, a good eraser. And get rid of that pencil mark. Nothing but stamping on here. Aren't you proud of me? I may even be able to do this card without bling, but I don't know. That remains to be seen, doesn't it? So that's going to go on there like that. Let's see, maybe this way. So I kind of figured that I was going to have to trim some. If I want this to go in a regular envelope, then I am going to have to trim that flower off. But that doesn't disturb me. What does disturb me is that I think I've run out of dimensionals and I need to open a new pack. It's coming along nicely, isn't it? I probably could have used another stamp of that little wildflower thing. I think in the next few days, I need to have a proper play with this stamp set because I have not played with it yet. Okay, guys, if you are joining me live, it's time to say hello. Hello, hello. Let me know you're with me. There. It's not fun? So pretty. I love the way it turned out. Yay. Okay, let's get some glue on those little guys. This was a pretty simple card, huh? I don't think I can leave it alone without bling. I think I'm gonna have to, there's some gems that I'm really in love with right now. I have like white and clear and like a champagne-y kind of color. There we go. And I will wait to trim that to see if I indeed am going to put it in a regular envelope. But I do know that I need the inside to be decorated. So let's get that Rococo Rose back out. And yes, I already cleaned this, but the inside needs decorating. It's so pretty. And then need a little bit of this, need a little leaf action here too. Good. Good enough. Oops. Banging my legs. It is kind of late for me to be doing a live, but Sean prefers that I do it after he's gone to bed. He gets up really early, so that makes sense. I need to save those little guys, get rid of my trash, and clear my space to start on the next one. So what do you think? You like that one? I think it's so pretty. So what kind of projects are you working on, Lori? Got anything going right now? I need to send you a text later. I need to tell you some exciting news. And if I forget, then ask me later, okay? All right, so this next one, I'm going to save my favorite one for last. I'll be interested to know if it's your favorite as well. But I'm going to make a quick and easy birthday card with this beautiful friendship. I'm going to need this big hydrangea stamp and the rose. I'm going to use the little leaf. Birthdays are the best days. And this rosebud. Oh, I need that other card base. We're going to go this direction with this one. And I'm going to be using, this was really kind of random for me to pick these colors out. So Saffron, Cherry Cobbler, Mossy Meadow, and Flirty Flamingo. What do you think about that combo? You shall see, right? Oh, good. You're going to have to send me the pictures. So I'm going to stamp once and then stamp again. So that second one's going to be very light. This hydrangea has kind of a flat spot down there, and I want that one at the bottom. And then up there. There. Shoot, I did it again. I moved in a little bit too far right there. And a little bit there. It's kind of solid down there with that. So saffron. Done with that color. Now I'm going to come in with the cherry cobbler with the roses. This is going to be like a garden full of flowers. And now in with the flirty flamingo, the buds. I hope you like how fast this is going together. And I'm just going to fill in the spaces around these flowers, twisting this different directions. Lori, do you have this stamp set? The Beautiful Friendship? It literally is one of my all-time favorites. I absolutely love it. I think it's so easy to work with. All right, so I might not be done with the Flirty Flamingo. I want to wait and see until after I have added my leaves to see if I'm done. So if you're joining me on the live, please say hello. And if you're wondering what it is that I'm up to, I have 5 stamp sets that I am going to be creating cards with tonight, 3 different cards. All of these stamp sets that I'm using tonight are going to be on sale tomorrow. A 24-hour sale. Shoot, that one didn't, it won't go. All right, let's come in here with a leaf there, and right there. How about over there? I think we're good. I think that does it for the stamping. So I'll show you the one I made originally. I used Calypso Coral instead of Flirty Flamingo. They are pretty close in color, actually. So I need to clean these off. So I see more people joining us on here. Please say hello. Let me know that you're here with me and watching. Let me know if you have any questions, because I would love to provide any answers that you have questions about. So I'm going to stamp the greeting in Cherry Cobbler. Thanks, Katie. All right, so this is a photopolymer, and I should have had my foam underneath me for the photopolymer stamping, which is probably why some of those images didn't come out the best. But again, when you're kind of random stamping like that, it's not as particular than if you're just going to do like one single image, right? So grab the punch. The inks that have a lot of pigment take a moment to dry. So I blew on that a little bit. So that's Cherry Cobbler again. And now I have a piece of scrap Cherry Cobbler over here that I'm going to punch another one of those, same size. And then I'm going to show you a nifty little trick. I'm just going to cut that in half. And a little glue on the back. So, Katie, have you ever checked out Paper Pumpkin? Because I think you and your girls would love the Paper Pumpkin kits. It's a monthly subscription, and you get everything you need in the kit to make projects. Sometimes they're cards. This month they are treat boxes. But next month is Christmas. So if you guys are interested in making Christmas cards, it's really reasonable. It's like $21 for a monthly subscription, and you get to stop and start, suspend anytime you want. So easy, low commitment. Do your girls like to craft? If you're still watching, Katie. So I finally had to take my nails off. I don't know what the proper procedure is for taking them off, but I used nail polish remover, and they were so glittery, and I have to tell you that it was kind of a pain in the butt to get off. Those things are glittery. Wow. Katie, feel free to put a link to your fancy claws on here. So one more thing, actually no, two more things. I'm going to put a little bow with this dotted ribbon. Just going to tuck it under there. There we go. And the glue dot. And there, like that. See? Wouldn't you love to get a birthday card like that? So pretty. Not too bulky, but I am not done. We need some bling on this, definitely. That garden needs some bling. So let's use the Artistry Blooms. Adhesive back sequins. And a big one and a little one. And then another big one down here in the garden. And I think I'm going to call it good. And I'm going to show you the one that I created before. So that was the one I practiced on. This is the one with Calypso Coral, and this is the one with Flirty Flamingo. And you can barely tell the difference, can't you? Pretty cards. Okay. Hey, so those of you who are watching and are local, I am doing a World Card Making Day event that I would love to have you join me on. So we're going to be making some cards for a local ministry, and they send out, I think it's almost 300 cards to shut-ins and assisted living places, people who don't get much mail, especially not happy mail. And so they have a really thriving ministry sending cards, about 300 a month. So I wanted to use the World Card Making Day on Saturday, October 3rd to make some cards. So I will provide all of the supplies. You just need to come sometime between 10 and 3 that day and help me put them together. So I have really simple designs, easy stamping. If you're new to stamping, it still would be fabulous for you to join us. And then you get to make a card for yourself and take it home. So really fun. Okay, I need a sip of tea. All All right, my next card is going to be a little more detailed, but still really fun and fairly easy to do. So we're going to start with this swirly frames, this big circle. And then we're going to add some texture around it and then some butterflies. So that butterfly, all of the stamp sets that I'm using tonight are going to be on the 15% off sale tomorrow. And you can start your cart now. If you would like to start your cart now, do it. And then tomorrow, just finish up. Okay. I need black ink. Oh, you know what? I think I might have decided not to do black ink. I think I might have decided later to do this with early espresso. So let me clean that off and grab the early espresso instead. I can change my mind, right? So I want that about right here. Whoa, whoosh. So glad that didn't flop all over the place. All right, so I need to mask that off. So I'm gonna quick make a little mask. So I'm gonna stamp really close to the top. There we go. You know what, while I have that ink out, I'm gonna stamp my butterflies. So the butterflies, the colors that I'm using were inspired by one of my favorite stampers out there. Her name is Chris Smith, and I think she's like Ink Pad One or something like that. Is her blog. This card is nothing like her card, but the butterflies come directly from her card. I love finding inspiration all over the places, and sometimes that includes other people's cards. So when I started out making this card, I kind of wanted to go for something a little more masculine, but it did not really turn out very masculine at all. Except for maybe the colors. I think that I'm going to need one more. Let's do one more little butterfly over here. Is the suspense killing you on where I'm going with all this? Alrighty, so let's get this cut out so I can stamp my background and you guys can see something a little more exciting. So when I create a mask, I do cut on the inside of the outline to avoid the ghosting that you would get, because the stamp will not stamp right next to the paper. So if you want your stamps to come up right against your image, then you're going to have to leave a little bit of space there. There we go. Okay, set that aside. I'm done with the circle. And I'm ready to do my background. So I have decided to, let me go ahead and put that sticker on there so you can see what I'm using. This is kind of like a burlappy kind of texture. And then I'm also going to use this like tiley kind of texture as well. Save the other two for later. All right. I need my crumb cake. So I was thinking maybe I should do this all straight, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it the way I did it originally, which is kind of all cattywampus. Cool. Now I'm going to come in with this stamp with Bermuda Bay. Isn't that cool? So here's the big reveal. Okay, cool. I am going to stamp my greeting now, and then we're going to work on those butterflies. Then we'll put the whole thing together. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for my greeting, which was just floating around here. There it is. And I think I'm going to try this in Bermuda Bay. My original was in Early Espresso, and I'm going to try this time in the Bermuda Bay. So if you are interested in joining me on the World Card Making Day, then message me. Let me know if you're going to bring a friend and approximately what time you think you're going to come out. If you are local to the Tucson area and you've never been here, then you're going to need to contact me and find out where we are. All right, so I'm also going to do this a little differently as well. I'm going to start with the Bermuda Bay Dark. And I think earlier this wasn't working very well. Yeah, that tip has dried up, so I have to use the other end. So I'm just going to go right in the center of all of those leaves. Aren't these pretty butterflies? Just love them. And then I'll come in with the pool party. Dark pool party. And color them in. Okay, I'm getting, there it is. Getting ink on things. So what do you think of those textures? These are pretty fun, aren't they? So looking forward to getting back to school. Praying everything goes smoothly for that. But October 19th, it'll be nice to teach on my feet again. There are definitely things that I have loved about working from home. But as far as teaching goes, I'm really looking forward to getting back. Isn't that cool? I love the color combination. So I'm giving you a little rub to kind of blend in those dark marks that I put in the middle of those leafy looking shapes. So if you find that one of these cards has given you inspiration to create something of your own, I would love to see how I have been able to inspire you this evening, and would invite you to post your creations on my group page, which is Rosie Scrapper Stampers. You do have to request to join, but just a couple of questions need to be answered, and then you can be let into the group and you can share your creations with us. And that would be so great if you would join and participate in that way. It's a baby group, so you might feel lonely for a while, but hopefully that will change over time. Okay, so I'm going for the very middle with the body. I think that girl needs to go the other way. Yep. It is easier, I think, to do this before they are punched. Other people may feel differently. There we go. Interesting butterfly colors, huh? I like it. Let's grab that butterfly punch. Punch this little guy out first. Just turn your punch over. I'm not going to get that, am I? No. So that you can see where you're punching. And once it's lined up, give it a squeeze, hold it in place, and then good squeeze to punch it out. There we go. All right, so my idea for the butterflies is to add dimensionals and then glue the centers down so that they are more than just flat, but they're down in the middle. So the dimensionals are around here somewhere. I'm going to need my baby dimensionals too. I think the official word is mini. So let's get those on there. These three guys. And these guys are just going to get one in the middle. It's a little harder to maneuver with them. So they're just going to be flat. All right. Let's see where we want these before I put glue on. Like there and there. And then here. And there. That looks good. All right, so here's how we're going to do this. Take the backings off. Get that ready. And glue in the center. Lori, you've never tried what? So I need to hold that for a moment so that center part really glues down. There, cool. And a little glue in the center. It just adds a little more curvature to their leaves. I like the way it turns out. Okay, so let's get this onto a card base. And I'm going to need my paper trimmer for this, I believe. I need to see what size this is. Okay, it is 4 by 5 1/4. So let's see. Do I want this on Bermuda Bay or Pool Party? Oops, that guy didn't get glued down. Is there a vote in the room? Bermuda Bay or Pool Party? So there's Pool Party and there's Bermuda Bay. And if I were really industrious, I would layer it with more than one color, but I think I would have to trim off the edges a little bit. And that means trimming off all 4 sides. Or I think I like the Pool Party better. Yeah, I like the Pool Party better. And it's getting late and I just need to decide. So this will be for my insides, and I'll just use some glue for this. I like that this card is really different. It is not like very many cards out there. There. Let's glue the insert in. And I didn't clean those off, so I'm going to add a little stamping to this before I quit. Little Bermuda Bay and crumb cake. And true to form, my desk is a thorough mess. Cool. Love it. And we need a little bling. So what I used on my sample was these little metallic pearls. One, two, three. So let me know if I have convinced you that you should have one of these stamp sets. Remember, if you're ordering, you will be put in the drawing for winning the Flowering Blooms stamp set. And I'm going to run over to my shelf after I lay out all the cards and confirm the name of that stamp set. And I think we probably need a few just random. There we go. Yeah. Oh, that glue's stuck there. All right. Wasted. I don't know exactly what my thought process was there, but it's done now. Alrighty, so let's get this out of the way before I get ink on my projects, and let me find the other cards. So there was this one, and there was this one, and that beautiful, there it is, and this one. So those of you who joined me live and hung in there, thank you for joining me and giving me a thumbs up if you found anything inspirational. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, I would certainly appreciate the subscribe and a thumbs up as well. Let me find that stamp that I'm giving away. And I thought it was on a cell phone. Oh, there it is. It is there. Yep, this is the one. Now you're not getting mine. I have a brand new one to give away. So these are gorgeous images, and I've done some cards with those. Love that curly Q on the thank you. Your kindness is so appreciated. Lovely sentiment. But I have one of these to give away. So if you would like to have your name in the drawing for getting that free stamp set that I will mail to you or deliver to you if you are local, please you do have to use the host code that is in as on my blog right now. It's the September host code. And if you would like to leave a comment on the video, then you can be entered twice to win. Your name can go in the hat 2 times. So these are my projects for tonight, using all stamp sets that are 15% off tomorrow. The Flowering Blooms is not 15% off, but all of the stamp sets that I've used today are on sale tomorrow. This one can't live without the beautiful friendship. All right, if there are no questions or comments, then thanks for joining me and bye for now.